Alright. Gotta record. Can I beat Pokemon Scarlet with Typhlosion? Which, of course, I can. Because I did, and it took like 70 hours. By the way, for any all the audio listeners, y'all should comment your favorite starter Pokemon. Let me hear it. This won't be in the main video, so. Wow, an immediate blooper. For 11 whole years now, I've been making some form of visual content here on YouTube. I had always wanted to imitate the likes of Munching Orange, Tyranitar or even Shady Penguin, and now I can. It's wild to think that I quite literally grew up watching the likes of them and others like Loxton and Birdkeeper Toby, and now being able to make similar styles of content. Enough of that, though. I've always wanted to make a good and proper Pokemon content and Nintendo content in general. Recently, I got a Switch OLED, finally upgrading from the Lite that I've had for like the past 4 or so years. So let's see if I can beat Pokemon Scarlet with a Typhlosion. I figured the best way to start is to see if I can beat the most recent Pokemon games with my favorite line of Pokemon, Typhlosion. Fun fact, I actually still have the Typhlosion from my first ever playthrough of the first ever Pokemon game I had, Soul Silver, all the way back in 2010. If y'all want to see stuff like this more from me, I would highly recommend subscribing and tuning in to some of the other stuff I post and stream. Oh, and go check out my Dry Bread, by the way. I'm nabbing this idea from him, and he makes, like, far better challenge videos. Let's get going and start. We start out the game and select Fuecoco. Obviously, I want to try to do this somewhat legally, so I'm just going to trade over an egg a good friend of mine, CJ, bred up for me. We trade over 4 rare candies as well so that I can start it out immediately at level 5. Cue me getting knocked out 4 times before I even make it to Mesagoza. Like, what the hell? Either way, we do all the early game Mesagoza stuff and finally gain access to Koraidon. We lose a couple more times to some of the local wildlife and even to Katie's Terra Bug, Teddiursa, using Fury Swipes. This run is already looking bad. After I 2-cycle her, I head east of Mesagoza since I'm running these badges in level order. To take on Clough and the Artisan Gym. I end up having to overlevel on Clough in order to beat it, leading to an also easy win against Brassius. Now I have to go all the way back over across the region just to take on Bombardier, and holy crap, this thing is so hard to fight. Good grief. Okay, there we go. That's the second Titan down. Oh, by the way, for the Team Star bases, I'm just utilizing some low-level mons. Don't worry, Bebo is the only lovely Quilava we're using in this challenge. Though I will say that other Cyndaquil does look interesting. Ah, well. Giacomo finally goes down after some heavy overleveling, and we head on over to Levincia to take on Nimona and Iono. Iono's puzzle is easy enough, and oh my god, so we lost to her. Okay, yeah, this challenge has been rough. Eventually we do take her down and steal the money that a fan donates to her. Cause, yeah, no, literally, like, a fan donates like 5k and then we get that 5k after winning against Iono. It's weird. Mela is the next on the hit list as a fire type user, so we know she'll be a rough battle. We get through the star trial and throw ourselves at the fight over and over again, just trying to see if I can get lucky somewhere. After like 7 or 8 times of trying, I take her down and disband her base. Orthworm is hella easy since it's a steel type, with my Quilava being strong as hell against it. We heal Koraidon and Mabosstiff a tad more, and we head on to Cascarafa, and wait, how did we We heal Koraidon and... Fuck, man. We heal Koraidon and Mabastiff a tad more, and we head on to Cascarafa and... What? How did we first cycle Kofu? I thought he would have been, like, harder, to be honest. Ah, well, all on over to Lagtree Thicket to take on Atticus and his mean poison types. Quilava does evolve into Typhlosion by this point, yet still we can't take him down. We finally overcome him at level 40. Larry isn't that much of a challenge at this point either. He's honestly just a normal guy, really. We beat Rhyme in a fierce double battle and claim the gym badge from her. We beat Rhyme in a fierce double battle and claim the gym badge from her too, as we make our way over to assist Arven in the Titan of the Desert, Great Tusk. We play a tad of Just Dance 2022 to take on Tulip and her psychic types for an easy victory. Funny enough, Garusha is relatively difficult, but we manage our way through this chilling battle. We toss ourselves at Ortega a million times before we finally succeed against him as well. Dondozo and Tatsugiri are pretty rough, as Typhlosion can't really hit either hard enough around the same level, so I have to train Bebo up a few levels every defeat to see where I can beat them at. We finally beat all the Titans, and what's left of for this part of the story is to beat Arven at the Pocopath Lighthouse. But we'll do that later. Funny enough, we actually beat Aerie on the first go-around somehow, and finally get to take on Cassiopeia later on as well. We defeat Arven, Clefel, Penny, Rika, Poppy, Larry again, Hassel, and Gita, and finally our champion of Paldea. We win against Nemona, and that's that. We've defeated Paldea with just a Typhlosion. Okay, let me do that again. We win against Nemona, and that's that. We've defeated Paldea with just a Typhlosion. Such a wonderful challenge run to start. Arven wants us to meet up with them at the entrance to the crater with Nemona and Penny to take on Area Zero. Odd, but sure. We lead them down to the Zero Gate and... Wait, that's Seda, the professor. Oh, I forgot we had to get her out, and she's a robot. And oh my god, she's an evil robot. And oh my god, she's an evil robot too. We beat Seda and her team of vicious-looking, past-looking dudes. And finally we can take care of our studies. I'm glad I didn't have to do a scripted fight where we had to use a box legendary or something. Now we finally beaten the game. Finally now I can go and edit. Are you fucking kidding me, Jacques? What do you want? An expedition? To Kitakami? Fine, I guess so. Kitakami's story is fun, but it's short enough to where I was able to sit down for, I thought I'd be able to just beat Ogerpon in one go. It took 17 tries. Okay, then, I guess that's why I use it in competitive. We catch Ogerpon, and Kieran swears that he will get vengeance on us later. Blueberry is up next. Here, we'll need to face the Blueberry Academy Elite Four and its champion. In order to do these double battles, we're going to need another Pokemon. Unfortunately, I don't know where I can get another Pokemon, so I go through the process to unlock starter spawns in the polar biome so that I can catch another Cyndaquil, transfer it to Legends, evolve it into Hisuian Typhlosion, and then transfer it back over. Now we have a Jotonian and a Hisuian Typhlosion, Bebo and Bebo 2. Wait, is that a goddamn shiny Solosis? We beat Drayden, Amaris, Lacey, and Crispin in some extremely hard battles, even obtaining more of the Typhlosion line to help. Now we have Bebo, Bebo 2, Obebe, Peebo, Dave, and Squeebo. Kieran is an extremely hard fight, but after a few tries I overwhelm his team for one final defeat, and now we're the champion of not just Paldea, not just the savior of Kitakami, but now the champion of the Unova region's Blueberry Academy. Gita and Rika talks to us about Area Zero, saying something about the Indigo Disk before making me go down there. Down there with Briar, Kieran, and Carmine, we discover the Stellar type in Terrapagos. Kieran catches it in a Master Ball, and it promptly breaks out. LMAO loser. He and I take on Terrapagos and defeat it. Later on, I'm called in the Kitakami to take a look at a weird-looking pillow. My rivals have also joined me on this journey. Pneumonia, as my Google Doc has autocorrected Nomona to be, gets possessed and we chase her through the region. Only for Arvin and Penny to also get possessed when they could have easily dodged the mochi. Ugh. We find out that Petulant is behind all this, so we take on Arvin, Penny, and Nomona. Petulant challenges us and we swiftly beat it up. Now, finally, we have beaten Pokemon Scarlet all the way to the end with just Typhlosion. This challenge run was a really fun one since I got to use my favorite Pokemon. Typhlosion means a lot to me, especially since I still have my first ever one. For those not aware, I freaking love Pokemon. More than Minecraft, actually, and I've always wanted to really make content like this. This video, while inspired by my dry bread, I figured would be an easy way to really go through the game with my favorite Mon, and also really show that I can make videos like this now. I would like to thank you all for the many years of watching my content and listening to my music. It's been such a fun 11 years. For context, May 4th was my 11-year content anniversary from when I started making videos on YouTube, and I cannot wait to make even more stuff for you guys. If y'all want to support me more, y'all can check out my public Discord. I also have a Ko-Fi and sell CDs and stickers on my website if y'all want to check those out below in the description. Again, I appreciate every single one of y'all, and hopefully I will have another video out soon. Y'all have a good one, and stay hydrated.